On YouTube. My name is TheTrueAura, and welcome back to another Top 10 Game Pass games that you need to play before they are gone. And in case you missed the first Top 10 that I did, I will leave that video at the end of this one, so make sure to stick around to the end. And you can check out the first one as well for 10 more games that you need to play before they are gone. Coming in at our number 10 spot, we have a very different style of game than I'm used to on our channel, and that is going to be a very relaxing type of game. It's just a good time, honestly. And of course, I'm talking about Power Wash Simulator 1 and 2. These videos blew up on YouTube when they came out. People loved watching them. People loved playing them. It's very soothing. It's very relaxing. There's a lot of different levels you get to do as you sort of run your own power washing business. And, you know, there's a lot of, different types of, washers you can use. There's, soaps and stuff like that. I don't think Power Wash Simulator really needs much of an explanation because the name says it all. But in case you haven't checked it out before, or you're looking for a more relaxed experience, you should check out Power Wash Simulator 1 and also 2. Power Wash Simulator 2 just came out, so make sure to check them out. Power Wash Simulator 2 does everything that the first one does, but better, and it looks better, and the locations you go to are a lot better as well, so definitely check them out while they are available on Game Pass. Coming in at number 9, we have a controversial one, I would like to think, just based on, you know, what kind of happened a few years ago with Justin Roiland. If you don't know, check it out. But this is going to be the game called High on Life, which is made by the creator of Rick and Morty, in case you didn't know. It's a very fun game to play. It's very funny. The gameplay's good. The characters are good. And again, it's a hilarious time, honestly. And it gets pretty dark pretty quickly, too. There's also a Jack Black cameo in there, randomly. But you know, with the controversy surrounding Justin Roiland and, you know, everything that sort of happened with that, I don't really want to talk much more about this game in particular, just because he's involved with it. But if you can sort of look past that and sort of take this game at face value, it's just a really good time. It's a space-themed, kind of funny sort of type of game, story-focused. And basically, humanity is being threatened by an alien cartel who wants to use them as drugs. It's a very weird concept, okay? They're basically, smoking humans. It's very weird, it's very random, but again, it's really funny. And, you know, I just think it's worth checking out if you haven't checked it out before for some reason. And, yeah, I don't support Justin Roiland anymore, but I support this game for what it is. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, it is his fault for what he did, but it's not the game's fault that he did what he did, basically. So definitely check it out if you have not before. All right, coming in at number 8, we have, again, another weird one. This is an older game, but something I played on the channel back in the day, and that is going to be Titanfall 2, but specifically the story mode of Titanfall 2. For those of you that don't know, Titanfall was the sort of multiplayer game where you it's like Call of Duty mixed with giant mech suits that you can spawn in and whatnot and control those basically. But the story of Titanfall 2 is, I think, where this game really shines, because I never played Titanfall before, and I certainly have never played the multiplayer of Titanfall. But I played the Titanfall 2 story, and I found the gameplay to be very good. The guns were good. You can wall run and stuff like that. There's jetpacks and all that stuff was really good. But I find the story was also really good, and it was honestly kind of emotional. So if you're looking for a story-based game that sort of relies on the multiplayer side of things, definitely check out Titanfall 2 with the story mode, because it's a good time. You could probably beat it in probably 5-6 hours or so, but I just think the Titanfall 2 story is just so good on its own that I feel like it deserved its own spot here on the top 10 games on Game Pass available right now they need to play before they're gone. So definitely check out Titanfall 2, the story mode available within the game. Again, it's very good, and it does get pretty emotional, so just be prepared for that. Coming in at our number 7 spot, we had another single-player focused experience to just sit down, have a good time. maybe relax a little bit and take a break from all like the competitive side of things or whatever you like to do when it comes to games. But this is going to be Tabs, otherwise known as Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Again, this game blew up on YouTube when it initially came out a couple of years ago, and I think this game still holds up to this day. There's a lot more content added to it, and basically, you're just the leader of these wobblers from ancient lands, spooky places, and fantasy worlds. Watch them fight in simulations made with the I can't even say that word, physics system ever created. Make your own wobblers in the Unite creator and send your army off to fight your friends in multiplayer. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know they had a multiplayer available. That really changes things up a little bit. But I played this game during I think it was right before, the whole C word that happened before 2020. And it was just a good time, having my friends hang out in the same room and we're just like playing along, taking recommendations from each other. Like, do you think this guy could beat this guy? Or like, could one Zeus beat like 50 mammoths? It's just, you can ask yourself questions like that. And basically watch it happen in real time. And I just think that's a really cool concept that a lot of people don't do much anymore. Like, you don't see styles of games like this much anymore. And if you haven't checked out Totally Accurate Battle Simulator before, definitely check it out while it's on Game Pass, because, again, it's just a good time to just sit down, look up for a little bit, even have some friends in the same room with you, just kind of like debate with each other. And there is like levels you can go to and like progress through. Not a story necessarily, but there is progression that you can do to unlock all the different characters and stuff. And like I said, you can also make your own characters as well. So definitely check out this game if you want sort of like a sit-down experience and just have a good time. Coming in at our number 6 spot, we have a very, very, very detailed, not even somewhat, just very detailed, gory horror experience. And that is going to be Resident Evil 2, which I have played a little bit on this channel on the hardest difficulty. I have not beat it because it is very unforgiving. But if you, for some reason, haven't played a Resident Evil game before, I highly recommend checking out Resident Evil 2. This is going to be the remake of Resident Evil 2, so it looks really good. It plays well. It's very spooky. It's very hard if you want like a challenging game to play with a good story. The gameplay is good, the items you get are good, the maps are good. Everything about this game is just good if you want a mature horror experience. And if you don't like blood and gore and stuff like that, Resident Evil probably is not the franchise for you just at all. I'm not a big gore guy myself. That's why I can't watch movies like Saw and stuff like that. I won't get into details about that, but I'm not a big gore person myself. But I just find this game just has like the perfect balance of ew, that's disgusting, and oh my god, this is terrifying. And I think Resident Evil just really nails that. But I haven't really had a Resident Evil game really pull me in as much as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I think that's Resident Evil 7. That really captivated me and pulled me in for most of the game. And Resident Evil 2, the remake, just does that perfectly. And I don't think you'll be disappointed with Resident Evil 2 as well as the main character, because he's legendary. And so definitely check out Resident Evil 2. There's an A and B storyline to it, which is what the older Resident Evil games had, rather than just a straightforward storyline. So if you beat it once, you can beat it again as the other character from their perspective as well, in case you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, if you're looking for a horror experience that is filled with zombies and monsters and just, live to just have your heart pumping, then definitely check out the Resident Evil 2 remake. Well, it's on Game Pass before it is gone. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have one of my top favorite story-based games of all time, just ever. Okay? I'm gonna be straight up about that. And I'm talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I'm just going to make this very clear, okay? I'm not a big Star Wars guy, to be honest. The most I've done with Star Wars is play like Lego Star Wars, and that's about it. I haven't really watched a Star Wars movie before. I tried to watch like the cartoons that were on as a kid, but I just never really got into it. I do like lightsabers, obviously, swords, but with like light power that can burn through things. Cool concept. Love lightsabers. Um, but Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars experience, especially for people that aren't too familiar with Star Wars. You're not a Star Wars fan. I just find that Fallen Order does Star Wars perfectly. The storyline is 10 out of 10 for sure. The gameplay is fantastic. The visuals are fantastic. The combat is just amazing. Everything about this game is amazing. And I played through all of it, and then I replayed through all of it on like the hardest difficulty without like having a single death in the game. That was very hard to do. But Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is just, it's amazing. I don't know how else to really describe it to you other than it's amazing. So if you want a single player story focused game that will probably take you maybe like 8 hours or longer, with a lot of content, there's a lot of like cosmetics. There's a new Game Plus mode that you can play as well. It's got like skill trees and everything for like different combos and stuff. If you're someone that's not a big Star Wars fan, or maybe you are a Star Wars fan, I just highly recommend checking out Fallen Order. Because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan to ever exist. I've always been intrigued with Star Wars because I like space and stuff like that. But like I said, I never really watched a Star Wars movie before, and I just think this game is just perfect when it comes to Star Wars stuff. So definitely check it out. Jedi 2, Jedi Survivor, I believe it's called, also came out a little bit ago. I played like the first hour or two of it, and then I just kind of just forgot about it, to be honest. But Fallen Order will always have a place in my heart. Again, it's just amazing. Everything about it is just awesome. And if you haven't checked it out yet, please check out Jedi Fallen Order before it is gone from Game Pass, because again, you won't be disappointed. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan like I am, you will not be disappointed with this game. It is just 10 out of... Alright, and coming in at our number 4 spot, we have another slightly older game that blew up the internet by storm when it came out, and if you don't have a VR headset, it's not exactly the same feeling. Like, it's a lot better in VR, but the console version of the game is also very good as well, and that is going to be Super Hot. This game is very, very unique. No one has ever really done something like this game has done before, and no one has really done something like this afterwards. So basically, Super Hot is it's like a slow-mo combat experience. I don't know how to really explain it, but this is going to be the third installment that is on Game Pass right now, called Mind Control Elite, which gives you more insight into the world of Super Hot, more story, more signature gameplay, hours and hours of timeless combat. Keep dancing the slow-motion ballet of destruction for so much longer than ever before. So, I think this is because the third installment, they just add more to it. I think that's the whole idea there. But if you haven't played Super Hot before, I highly recommend checking it out, because again, it's very unique, it's very fun to play, it's a good time, it does get pretty hard too, it'll get you thinking sometimes, and it does look very cool when you're able to pull things off very smoothly. Like you just grab a bottle, smash it over a guy's head, pick up his gun that he grabs, turn around, shoot 2 people in the head, It's a very cool game once you really sort of get the hang of it. And, you should definitely check it out while it's on Game Pass before it's gone. But if you have a VR headset, not that Game Pass has VR yet, to be honest, but if you do have a VR headset, you should definitely check out Super Hot on VR, because it's even better and you're, like, actually there, as if you were the character. Basically, you actually have to reach your arm out to grab the weapons and actually turn around, stuff like that. So definitely check out Super Hot if for some reason you never have, and if you haven't seen gameplay on it before. Again, very unique and just amazing game. It really is. Before we get into the last 3 choices here for the top 10, make sure you guys are dropping a like and subscribing if you are new and you have watched all the way to this point. I greatly appreciate you guys, so just make sure you're dropping a like and subscribing if you are new. And let me know in the comment section what games I've missed, what games you're playing right now, sort of what you're interested in at this time that maybe I haven't talked about yet, or maybe some things you forgot about that I brought up, just kind of let me know. And yeah, I just really appreciate you guys for sticking around this long. And again, at the end of this video, I will have you'll be able to go to the first top 10 at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around to the end to check that out. And let's just get into the last 3 choices. No? Alright, coming in at our number 3 spot is another game that blew the internet up by storm when it came out, and it's finally available on Xbox. So you're definitely going to want to check this one out if you haven't already, and that is going to be Supermarket Simulator. I know, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a fun time, but it blew up on the internet for a reason, and even I can admit that I watched multiple videos on this game of people just playing Supermarket Simulator. It's a good game to play. You get to run your own supermarket, obviously, and, buy products and upgrade your store and all that kind of stuff. And it's just oddly addicting. I don't know scientifically how it's addicting, but it just is. And if you haven't played it before, I highly recommend checking it out if you want to just sit down and, sort of cure your boredom a little bit, or maybe even find a new addiction. Supermarket Simulator is available on Game Pass right now. Again, it blew up the internet by storm when it came out, and it's finally available on Xbox. So definitely check it out. It's a good game to play. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's kind of addicting. It has no right to be as addicting as it is, but it really is. They nailed it perfectly, and you definitely don't want to miss it before it's gone. Alright, coming in at number 2, we have a game that many people may not agree with, just based on play styles and whatnot. To be honest, I wasn't too big on this game for the longest time. I only started getting into it like a year ago, if you've seen those videos on my channel. And I'm talking about the game called TerraRia. It sort of came out around the time Minecraft did. Everyone considered it to be like the 2D version of Minecraft and whatnot. But oh my god, it is way more than that. It is so much more than that. It's kind of hard to get past the whole 2D side-scrolling aspect of it if you're not into those types of games. But trust me, if you can play for more than 30 minutes to just get past that first hurdle of oh, this is 2D, very pixelated and stuff like that, there is so much content available in this game. It is absolutely insane that this game's not talked about more than it has been. So definitely check out Terraria. I haven't made it very far into the game myself, but I was watching a lot of videos on it, watching professional Terraria players and stuff like that, because when I first started playing it, I decided to turn it to the hardest difficulty and also permadeath, so my save file would get deleted every time I die. I guess I just hate myself, I don't know, but the game is almost impossible with those settings turned on. It is crazy. You literally have to know everything about the game to be good at it, if you have it on the hardest difficulty. But like I said, if you can get past the first hurdle, or if this is a 2D game that's very pixelated, you'll have a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to do, there's a lot of enemy types, there's a lot of rewards, there's a lot of weapons, there's so many bosses. The boss music is also very good. There's different tracks for different bosses, the locations you can go to are just amazing, and I'm just surprised this game is not talked about more than it is, because when I was able to finally just sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to play it for a few hours, I was hooked immediately once I got past that hurdle. I loved it, even though I kept dying after every 3 hours, and I haven't defeated my first boss on the hardest difficulty before. But aside from that, it was just a lot of fun. Going around mining in caves and fighting all these different creatures was just a good time. And you definitely will not be disappointed if you check out Terraria and just kind of give it a chance. Because like I said, there's a lot of content there, and you just won't be disappointed. Alright, and coming in at our number 1 spot, we have what used to be a staple on the channel back in the day. If you remember those days with Annoying Bagel, when we would make videos together. And that is going to be Rainbow Six Siege X. Okay, I know, you're probably thinking, what is Rainbow Six Siege X compared to Rainbow Six Siege? At first, I also didn't know. I was like, this is just Rainbow Six Siege, is it not? But basically it's Rainbow Six Siege, but just better. It's just an updated version of Rainbow Six Siege, basically. I'm pretty sure all your stuff carries over. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure all your stuff from Rainbow Six Siege does carry over to this game. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, just so people don't think that's true, but this game is just fun. If you remember my gameplay videos on the channel, back with Annoying Bagel, we just had a lot of fun playing this game, messing around. I got into competitive for a little bit, but if you don't have good friends to play with and communicate with, it's just very hard to play with randoms. But Rainbow Six Siege X is just the better version of Rainbow Six Siege, and it's also free for quick matches and unranked, as well as some like the different game modes that they have, like a dual frantic game mode as well. And you can also, there's a selection of operators you get to use for free as well. So in case you don't want to buy Rainbow Six Siege X, there is free content there for you to enjoy, unlike the original Rainbow Six Siege, where you did have to buy the game to be able to play it. So if you haven't played Rainbow Six Siege before, what are you doing? Check it out. It's a great time. The gameplay is good. It's suspenseful. It's a lot of fun to watch from like a viewer's perspective as well. So definitely check out Rainbow Six Siege X, because I feel like this kind of went under the radar a little bit, and it did come out this year. Did you know it came out this year? Let me know in the comments, because I feel like a lot of people don't know this came out. And for people that did know it came out, you probably were thinking the same thing I was. I was like, what's the difference? Rainbow Six Siege was replaced with Rainbow Six Siege X, kind of like Overwatch 2 type of thing right there, But, it's good to play. It looks better, runs better, feels better. The menus were a little janky when I did check it out when it first came out. So hopefully they sort of fixed that a little bit, but definitely check out Rainbow Six Siege X for free while it's on Game Pass if you have not checked it out before, because again, I love Rainbow Six Siege. It was a lot of fun playing the channel. If you haven't watched those funny moments videos that I used to post back in the day, and me and my friends just had a lot of good memories and good times back in the day playing Rainbow Six Siege. So this is sort of a new way to experience it for more funny moments and good types of content, stuff like that. So yeah, if you haven't played Rainbow Six Siege, definitely check out Rainbow Six Siege X. And that is going to do it for 10 more games you need to play on Game Pass before they are gone. I hope you enjoyed this list of the top 10 top 10 games available on Game Pass. If you did, drop a like, subscribe if you are new, because these types of videos are doing very well on my channel, so I will be posting more of them. It's not something I can post like every day or like every week, because there's not a lot of new games added all the time. But, I'll probably make a new video every couple months, just sort of update people, or if there's some good deals, or it's just another top 10 that I feel like I need to make. I will definitely do that, so make sure you're subscribing for more Game Pass content. And again, thank you for sticking around this long. I appreciate all of you guys. And my name has been TheTrueAura. Again, thank you for watching. And in case you missed the first top 10 video that I did a couple days ago, you can check out this video right here. And yeah, just let me know your opinions in the comments down below on what you think of these two top 10s. Let me know what I could do differently, or if I missed some games that should be on here but they're not. Just kind of let me know. And again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.